What is social distancing? Inner city residencies, harsh living conditions rule out such measures. Is stressing social distancing as one of the main practices to counter the spread of the dreaded COVID-19 in Jamaica. But for residents of several of the corporate area's toughest inner city communities, such a practice falls short of wishful thinking. Tenement and big yard setting, poor housing condition in enclaves, where neighbours squeezing past each other in tight hallways, several persons living in small spaces, multiple family members sleeping in one room, and limited bathroom and washing facilities that are shared by some 20 persons at a time make social distancing impossible, they say. The resident sentiment followed a risk analyst study commissioned by Cabinet last month, which found that more than 40 communities in the Kingston metropolitan area are the most at-risk places in Jamaica for transmission of the coronaviruses. Spanish Town, Port Antonio, and Montego Bay were also featured in the top 50 hotspots for the spread of the deadly disease. Westmoreland and St. Elizabeth accounted for several warm spots for COVID-19 community outbreak, even as Jamaica now grapples with 65 confirmed cases. 20 people live in a yard and 9 people in a house. So me feel that social distance kinda hard for we, argued Danville Hamilton, who was among a group of youngsters hanging out at a corner in Southside, a hard-pressed community in central Kingston last week. Is one pipe, one cestant, and everybody come and wash them pot one place. If you go for use the bathroom, you have to wait on somebody, so you have to socialize. Because if somebody there at the pipe, you can't stay 3 feet away from them while you wait. So really, no social distance, no dead so, he surmised. Hamilton explained to the newspaper that in Southside, a single room is sometimes shared by up to 5 persons after it is divided with ply, drywall, or curtains. There's little privacy for anyone, and at nights, common places like living room, halls, and veranda are converted into sleeping quarters for many. Making it to the bathroom, his friend explained, includes stepping over others, especially children, who in most cases share beds or sponge on the floor with each other. There's a lot of people living in yard with 14 or 15 people, and they're all around each other every day, stressed Tiffin James, explaining the subculture and living condition of inner city community versus uptown. So severe are the living condition in Bowerbank, a seemingly forgotten inner city community off Windward Road in East Kingston, that residents there believe they would be doomed if one of them should catch the deadly coronavirus. There's no space for isolation if someone gets sick, they said. Listen, the most we can do is try don't catch it, because you see, if one person in here catch it, the whole of we catch it, stressed Christopher Roberts. We don't have no space. We're clustered and we can't separate. It's one street yard with all 4 families in it. We use one bathroom. We use one toilet. Noting that there are many seniors in the enclave, he said for decades government have ignored pleas for proper houses in the community. All we have to do is just keep ourselves clean, follow the people them health ministry advice, listen what they say, and try to work with it. Only that we can do, Robert stated. Fisherman Ronald Clark told the newspaper on a tour through meandering tracts of dirt and zinc fences that branch off into tiny hovels in Bowerbank. Men, women, children, and their pets squeeze through the narrow pathway dotted with clothing lines and illegal electrical connections. Accepting that it is too late for proper housing to protect them from an outbreak of COVID-19, they are pleading for cleaner supplies from the authorities to help with the sanitation. On the team's visit to a decrepit two-story tenement in Backbush in Mountain View, St. Andrew, occupants tried their best to maintain their distance and keep the spaces clean. That was particularly difficult, however, in a small building set to house some 59 adults and children. I understand the plight because I've been to many of these communities and I've seen how tight knit a yard that's supposed to hold 2 or 3 or 4 people house 20 people. People need houses. And out of negative, we hope positive will come when the government will see futuristically that these communities, the Bower Bank, the South Side, the Tel Aviv, need to have proper housing, proper toiletries, proper bathroom, and proper facilities so that the kids can congregate 2, 3 at a time and still enjoy themselves. This coronavirus is beating down hard and everybody, especially the poorer class of citizens. We do hope you get some help, Bower Bank. You know, Bower Bank is a place that I love. Southside is another community that I love. Tel Aviv and all the adjoining inner city communities. We pray for you every day and we do hope that you do not catch the virus. Try as much as possible to practice not social distance but physical distance and see how best we can ride through this storm. Thank you so much for watching, and I do hope you can have a safe day. Thank you.